Coach, after two straight games without a turnover, how nice was it to see J.D. Davis come up with his first career interception in his last game in NFL?
Yeah, it was awesome. Was that his first one? I didn't know. I thought he had one of them somewhere, but that was awesome. Big play. We didn't capitalize. We had Maury called for the push off, and then we dropped the touchdown, and then we missed the field goal. So we didn't get the points off of it, but we got time and possession and all that stuff, and some field position. But that was a great play by JD.
Yeah.
Trey was sore. Trey's ankle wasn't quite. He just didn't feel confident to be able to do what he needed to do, so we went with JD. JD did a good job.
Yeah, but do you think Christian Wilkins deserves serious Heisman consideration? Seriously, and what did you say to him when he did the pose thing and got the penalty?
Oh, I said he'll never run the football again if he ever does that again. I took him out. I took him off of kickoff or field goal team because, that's selfish. And I told him don't forget who he is and what he represents. It was disappointing. You're kicking the ball from the 20 against an offense that we really hadn't done a good job of stopping, and now you're going to give him great field position. So that was poor decision on his part. But a great run, heck of a run. But he needs to, understand that he sets the example for everybody, and we don't do that. It's not what we do. It was a foolish penalty. Shouldn't have happened, and so he apologized and moved on.
First part of the question,
What was the first part? Oh, Heisman?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man, give him the Heisman. I think he's a great football player, but ain't nobody gonna give a D tackle the Heisman. That's great to talk about, but I think he's as good a football player as there is in the country. If that's what you're asking me, but he plays D tackle. When's the last time a D tackle won the Heisman? Never.
Maybe in the 30s.
Ndamukong Suh came close.
Where's Tim Beret when you need it? He probably doesn't have the Heisman history, but I think he's as good a player as there is in the country. But whether or not people would vote for him the Heisman, I doubt it. Deshaun Watson don't win the Heisman. Christian Wilkins ain't gonna win it. Come on, Sean should have won it twice.
This team's changed so much from week one to now. Just what is the growth of this group been like to be 12-0 and be where they are, but still have a high ceiling ahead of them?
Yeah, just focused. They've stayed focused. That's hard. It's hard. You're dealing with young people, and for them to just stay locked in and just fixed on what's directly in front of them, week in and week out, regardless of the opponent, regardless of where you're playing, regardless of all these things. It's hard. And so just their overall maturity. We've got a lot of young players that have gotten a lot of experience this season. We're a much more seasoned team than we were when we started this season. We've gotten, our veteran guys have done a great job, but just, guys like David Thomas, guys like Justin Foster, Lynn J, Justin Ross, all these guys back in the beginning of the year were just kind of, coming on. Trevor. So now we're just a much more seasoned, experienced team that has had some adversity along the way. It's not like we haven't had to overcome some challenges along the way, because we have. This team's had some challenges. Obviously, we had drama with the quarterback. We had a former player pass away. We've had some things, but this team is very close, very, very close, and that doesn't just happen. So from where we were when we started the season to where we are right now, it's a team that has really matured, but definitely has not played its best game.
Yeah, with 351 rushing yards, Travis with a season high 28 attempts. What can you say about Travis in his season?
Yeah, that's amazing. He kind of quietly does it too. You think back to Spiller. Spiller was just wow, all the time, and for him to break the record for touchdowns in a season, and he's had a lot of games where he hasn't played a lot in the second half, or he's had some games where he's only had maybe 10 touches or something. So he's been unbelievably productive. I don't know what his total. What was his total tonight?
28 for 150.
Yeah, he's just been unbelievably productive per carry. When you look at his touchdown production and again, just his yards per play, it's amazing. But he's become a leader for us and a guy we trust. He's a very complete player, and we just have a really good combination. I mean, I thought Feaster was awesome tonight. It was good to see him kind of with the juice, and he made a down there on the goal line on that one run, and I hadn't seen that as much from him, and so that really sets up well for us going into the postseason. We can have all three of those guys, confident and really running like that and confident with our guys up front. We'll have a chance to have a strong finish.
I think Brent said at various points this season that Kayvon's maturity and preparation probably needed to improve some. Is that kind of where his performance comes from?
Yeah, probably. I mean, like I said, he's a competitor and he's a very good player. He's a very good football player. But he had a bad night. And as a competitor, he'll respond.
Have there been any teams that have tried to execute game plans similar to what South Carolina tried to do on offense earlier in the year, or is this the first y'all kind of seen what they tried to do?
We hadn't seen many offensive linemen split out there as wideouts. We hadn't seen many of those formations. Really, like I said, positioning took us out to where we kind of negated some of our pressure, and then they made some plays. Made some big plays. It's a good job.
You get any chance you got an update on John Simpson?
Oh, he's fine. He came back. He's fine.
Coach, you got thoughts about going for a fourth consecutive ACC championship on the 10-year anniversary of your being named head coach here?
Is that right? Is that December 1st?
December 1st.
Who would have thunk it? Man, who would have thunk it? I didn't know that. That's awesome. So that's December 1. Wow. Well, I'm that's pretty cool. But I'm more excited about being able to go for our fourth in a row. I mean, I just think that's amazing. It's amazing, and for these seniors to say they came to Clemson and went 27-1 at home and 19-1 on the road and won 4 straight ACC championships and went to 4 playoffs. I mean, that's unbelievable. It really is, and the credit goes to the players. I mean, they got to get it done. They've got to buy in. They got to put the work in. They have to make the sacrifice and the preparation and the leadership and just all that stuff. And these guys have done that. But that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
So the fact that you're playing your fourth different coastal opponent in the ACC championship game is just illustrative of how consistent your program has been.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can't speak to the other programs, but for us, I mean, that's kind of what our goal was. Going all the way back was to just build a consistent program, and we've been able to do that. I go all the way back to 11. Like I said, we won the first 10 game win season, and we won our first league championship, and it was like, it was great, but my message to the team, let's just kind of keep our head down, guys. Let's see if we can go get 3, 4, 5, 10-win seasons in a row. We need to become. Nobody's going to consider you to be great at anything if you're not consistent. Greatness comes from consistency and longevity, doing it over a long period of time. So I think that we're a great program, and I think we've earned that through consistency because it's earned. Nobody's going to give you that. You've got to earn that, and we've done that with a bunch of different players. And a bunch of different coaches and so forth. So that is what I'm most proud of, is the consistency that we've had, not just on the field but off the field. I mean, we've been top 10 academically 7 out of the last 8 years. Us, Duke, Northwestern, and Stanford. So not just on the field. It's not just winning; it's how you win. And so the consistency is special, and hopefully it's something that we can continue to do.
On that last offensive drive, was that thought to sitting on it, or as opposed to running it in for a touchdown?
Well, we just handed it off, and I mean, I can't help they didn't tackle him. We just handed the ball off right up the middle, and so we were just playing ball.
Can you educate us on disconcerting signals? What that is?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was, you know, we make a lot of calls defensively and, you know, move calls and things like that, and guys stem from one front to another, from one gap to another gap and all that. That's normal defensive football. But Cleveland did a monkey roll, you know, a butt roll. And he don't need to do that. And that's what they called. I thought it was a little silly to make that call. You know, I mean, it wasn't, you know, just go over and tell him, hey, don't be rolling when you move, just move. But he, you know, nobody's ever told us that's a rule. He moved. He just did a seat roll. First time we've ever had that call, but great opportunity for Cleveland to learn. You know, don't, we call it monkey rolls. Don't monkey roll. Don't do it. Just move. That's what I told him. I was like, what are y'all calling? We stand. And he said, that's what he said. He said, well, your defensive end rolled outside. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll buy that one.
Slow your roll.
Yeah. Can't do that.
Anybody else? All right, thanks.
All right. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.